you won't struggle with integrating any function that involves partial fraction. Let me explain. We are told to evaluate x cubed plus 2 divided by x squared minus 1. To simplify or to evaluate this integral, to evaluate this integral by partial fraction, we see that the highest degree of the numerator is 3 and that of the denominator is what? Squared. So we need to divide this number because we won't accept the numerator to have the highest degree. So to divide that, we are going to make use of the long division method. The divisor is x squared minus 1, and is dividing x cubed plus 2. So what do you observe? We use x squared to divide x cubed. If you do the division, you are having x. So x times x squared is now x cubed. X times 1 is minus x. Okay, so x cubed minus x cubed is 0. We have 0x minus x will now give you x. Then we have it that will bring down the 2, which is plus 2. So what do we have? When this divides the numerator, we are having x and it's remaining this. So this integral, we can now write it as the integral of x plus, the remainder is now x plus 2 divided by x squared minus 1. You have now seen that the numerator now have a lower degree. So we are doing the integral with respect to what? X. So here we can now split it to be the same as the integral of x with respect to x plus the integral of x plus 2 divided by x squared minus 1. Please, with respect to x here, there are no space. So remember, we have the respect to x. But let's actually simplify this. So let's simplify this using partial fraction. So we are trying to simplify the x plus 2 divided by x squared minus 1 by partial fraction. If you look at the denominator, we can write it as 1 squared. So we can now write this to be x plus 2 divided by x squared. You can now see these are squared. So we can now apply difference between two squares. X plus 1 into x minus 1. That's the difference between two squares. And this is now equivalent to a over, we use the first denominator, a plus b. We use the first denominator, which is x plus 1, then plus b, because there are two factors, into x minus 1. Okay? So to resolve this into partial fraction, what do? We'll multiply the left and the right hand side with the what? Denominator, which is what? X minus 1 into x plus 1. So what do we have? So we'll multiply this to the left and the right hand side. So we can now see that this 2 will cancel out this 2. What are we left with? We are left with x plus 2 is now the same thing as when x minus 1 multiplies this. You can now see that x plus 1 will cancel this denominator. We are having a into x minus 1. Then plus, well, now once this multiply again, if you multiply this, what are we having? This x minus 1 will cancel itself. We are having what? X plus 1. So we have it as b into x plus 1. So we'll try to resolve 1. So to eliminate x, we can now say let x be equal to what? 1. Okay? So that you have that x plus 2 is equals to x is now 1, right? So we have it as 1 plus 2 is equals to a into 1 minus 1 plus b into 1 plus 1. So if you have this now, what do you observe? You can now see 1 plus 2 is 3. We have it as 3 is equal to, this is now 0. We have it as 1 plus 1 is 2. You have it as what? 2b. So we divide through by 2 and divide by 2. If we divide by 2, b is equals to 3 over 2. Get A? We can now eliminate b. To eliminate b, we choose x to be equals to minus 1. So we'll have it as minus 1 plus 2. I'm substituting here is equal to a into minus 1 minus 1, then plus b into minus 1 plus 1. So you can now see that minus 1 plus 2 is 1. You have it as 1 is equals to what? Minus minus, you have it as what? Minus 2a. So if you divide by 2 minus 2 and divide by minus 2, you basically see that a is equals to what? Minus 1 over 2. And now we can now say we have it to be, what's the value for a? Minus half. You have it as minus 1 over, so the 2 will come down, 2 into x plus 1, then plus plus b, which is what? Which is 3 over 2 into x minus 1. Okay? So if you put it in the integral, we have integral of x dx. Since we've resolved the fraction, plus the integral of, the first term is now minus 1 over, okay, by 2 over x plus 1 dx. Then plus, we have the integral of 3 over 2, 3 over x minus 1 dx. Okay? So if you have this now, if you are integrating, you can now see if you integrate x, what are you having? You have x squared over 2, right? X squared over 2. Yeah. Plus, if you integrate this, this half will come out. You have it as 1 over 2. You have it as what? 1 over 2 ln x plus 1. Then plus, if you in this 3 over 2 will come out, you have it as what? You have it as 3 over 2 ln x minus 1. Then plus the constant of integration. And this is the actual answer. If you found the video interesting, do well to like, comment, and share for more exciting math tips like this.